If you're losing races to the puck, you'll be invisible on the ice. And it's why you're not an impact player in games. I've worked with hundreds of players in this exact same spot, training hard in the gym, but slow to the puck. Today, I'll break down the 5 biggest mistakes holding back your first step speed, and how to fix each one without wasting any time. Which leads us into mistake 1. Thinking hard work is the same as smart work. Just because your workout was hard doesn't mean it was effective. When I first got into training for hockey performance, I kept thinking more exercises, more reps, and less rest would make me faster because the work was hard. The truth was, I was just burning my body out rather than training to get faster. And here's what the science says. Overly exhausting the body kills speed development. As fatigue accumulates, both sprint speed and peak power decreases. Hockey requires strength, power, and speed all working together. And when training these, this requires proper rest periods after each set, meaning at least 60 to 90 seconds when performing heavy lifts, power work, and speed drills at the start of your sessions. This is how you can take that in-gym training and translate that on the ice, which brings us into the second mistake: random and inconsistent programming. Most hockey players never get faster because of this. They search for the best speed exercise or workout and wonder why their speed hasn't improved in years. Here's the issue: you lack the right blueprint. Just like baking a cake, you need the right recipe to have the correct ingredients, measurements, and what to actually do. And this is exactly what I incorporate with my athletes. In my online coaching program, the average player sees on-ice results in 29.6 days because they have a blueprint to follow, what exercises to do, when to do each session, and why we do each and every exercise to make you faster on the ice. To build speed, we use a simple and easy 3-step blueprint. Number 1 is building your athletic foundation, consisting of strength, stability, and aerobic conditioning. In this phase, we lay the concrete foundation so you can waste less energy, stop faster, and have energy all game long. We prep the muscles and joints with stability work, with hop and holds and depth drops. We build full body general strength with slower lifts, and we train your aerobic energy system to have energy all game long. Now, the next thing is building max power output. The main goal is improving your ability to push hard into the ice. This is where we incorporate plyometrics like broad jumps, loaded jumps, and box jumps, ultimately to improve pushing power. And step 3 is building game-ready speed. Speed means nothing if you don't have it all game long. In this phase, we build repeatable power. We're focusing less on lifting and more on speed, power, and repeatability, with multi-jump drills, change of direction exercises, and conditioning that's more specific to the demands of hockey. This is exactly how I make my clients faster. And if you're interested in our coaching and the results we get our clients, check the links below. Which brings us into mistake 3, ignoring strength as the foundation for speed. The slowest players on the ice all tend to have this one issue. They lack a proper strength foundation that's specific to hockey. If you can't push hard into the ice, no amount of fast speed drills will fix this. Growing up, I was a tall and skinny player, but I was always the fastest at top speed. As soon as I started gaining more lower body strength through compound lifts like front squats, Romanian deadlifts, and Bulgarian split squats, I felt my first step take off. Here's the key takeaway: strength is speed. More force into the ice equals more stride power. It lays the foundation and is step 1 into getting faster. But you can train max strength all you want, but without this next point, you'll lose power, and that is neglecting the core. The worst mistake hockey players make when trying to get faster is not training their core, causing you to lose energy in each stride. Think of your core as a bridge between your lower and your upper body. If this bridge is weak, all of the energy coming from your legs is wasted. With my athletes, we primarily focus on these 3 areas. First is front to back, think traditional planks and rollouts. Next is rotational with chops and lifts. And lastly is building the lateral core, typically through Copenhagen planks or different carries. This way you won't leak energy while skating or shooting on the ice. Which leads us into the next mistake: skipping hockey-specific mobility. If you struggle with tight hips after hockey, here's the issue: you're not doing any corrective work to fix the root cause. Endless stretching, foam rolling, and using a massage gun won't fix this. I had a client come to me saying how tight his hips were after every single ice time, causing him to lose speed on the ice. And here are the few things that we focused on. The first thing is using the couch stretch to open up the front of the hip. Next is using glute bridge isometric holds, activating your glutes, squeezing as hard as you can, lengthening the hip, and getting more engagement through your glute muscles. And lastly is ankle mobility work so so you can sit lower in your stride and put less stress on your knees and your hips. Since incorporating this work, he's seen massive improvements within his stride. If you fix these 5 mistakes, your first step speed won't just improve, it'll change the way you play. And if you're a player who's serious about transforming your speed right now, check the link below to see if you qualify for our coaching.